Vicious Mockery, where the pies are delicious and they're also nutritious. Oh, I actually came up with a decent rhyme this time. I have people on each side of me shaking their heads in disappointment.
Bars.
All right, I hope you guys liked last week's episode. Like, subscribe, add, share, all that bullshit.
If you want to support Mark's music career, he's on SoundCloud. He's rapping.
He actually does have songs on the internet.
Oh,
You
really?
have to find
Yeah.
them.
No problem.
And they're probably not raps.
Yeah.
No, they're like weird emo songs.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm sorry, hardcore songs.
They're
How am I
hardcore.
not surprised?
You're just dragging me through the mud here. I love it. Well, if you
Hate
find
you
it,
for
make sure
fucking
you
10
share it on
years.
YouTube and make me very, very disappointed in myself. Show it. You just, share it. And we'll have a good laugh.
Nice plug. It's by the same band member who plays our intro song.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you
fun
find...
fact.
So that's how we
Fun
got an
fact.
intro song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Fun fact, the intro song had a screaming recording. That was Mark, but it was so terrible we cut it.
It was pretty much just that.
It was just pretty much, loud.
Just me making bok bok noises. All right. So last...
Pretty good.
All right, so okay, so wrangling the cats here.
No.
So last time on Vicious Mockery, we had our friends here essentially traveling through the swamps of Sectus in the south. The weather is clammy and not so fun, and also very, very dangerous.
Florida.
We had poisonous clouds, we had environmental hazards,
Florida.
all kind of messing around with our pickle posse here. And now they have just seen over the crest of a hill a small hut, which behind it has a clearing that seems to be very, very nice comparative to the swamp itself. So that is where we are. What would you guys like to do?
Althea, is this your hut?
I think so. So I'm gonna go.
What a
up
coincidence.
And
Well, I mean, how
there's
many
only
people
one
live in this
out
swamp?
here. We all
I don't know.
almost
This is a
died. We
big
fucking
swamp.
hated this place. Anyway.
All right, I'll go in with Audrey first. Who knows what the fuck is in
You're
there?
just gonna
wait,
enter
me?
without
I
knocking?
didn't say I was
without
in.
me?
But if there's that
I'm
thing
gonna
there,
Perception roll, if possible.
Absolutely.
Oh.
My pass is still higher than that, but believe it or not.
15 plus.
Let's go.
oh, I don't remember.
Shit. Where'd my thing go? I'm blind. Okay,
I'll
yeah,
text.
no, so that would be like 20.
Plus.
Yeah, plus 7. So.
27.
27.
Not 27.
She sees all.
Well, it was
It's like
Goes into a
21.
heightened
It's
state of
all right. So with 21,
enlightenment.
this-
Throw dice
You
at
guys-
me.
What's wrong with us today, by
so
the way?
they're exploding.
You
They
threw
can't do
dice at
math.
me.
They can't do math.
No,
All
what?
right,
Shut
I'll
up.
roll the dice. That's,
Okay.
4. Yay.
Ooh,
It just hasn't been my life right now.
okay. So with the 21 on perception, you do notice that there is a fairly nicely constructed hut, but it is sort of overgrown. There's some swampland and vines that are taking over the hut slowly. So you could actually see that from pretty far away. It doesn't look completely taken over yet, but it doesn't look 100% occupied. While you do notice a line of what appears to be smoke coming from a stack. It's a very, very small stack that is located to the north of the hut itself.
Oh, so there's someone in there.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'll take Audrey in and we'll knock and see what
Say,
sense
I
it
don't want to go.
is. But you're made of metal.
Althea wants to knock first.
I would say Althea should do it first.
I say Althea
I look at
insists.
them and
It's
I don't-
my
Let's go.
hut.
I don't
She
know
goes
how,
in
like,
there.
But you're coming with us.
I
You're
also
made of
don't
metal.
know how someone would react to two guys, one with crazy swords and one in full armor.
I
coming
like
to the
to
door
think
in the middle of
Ghana
the
would
swamp.
want
I
them.
give Althea my shield
All right,
and
thank
my
you.
helmet,
Thank you.
and I start removing
okay
my
with
boots.
Why?
Okay.
I say
That's too
thank
much.
you, but I'm not grateful at all, and I knock on the door.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
No sing. Okay, all right, then I say, Ghana.
Gonda.
Gonda.
Close.
Ghana's
Ganda!
You only lived with her for 50 years.
All right, then I try to open the door.
It when you push it forward, it's it should just push, right? It's got no lock. It just push or pull or whatever. But every time you do it, you see kind of a blue force like holding the seal of the door closed.
It's a magic lock, eh? Okay.
Is there a window we can look through?
Yeah, I'll use my Arcana.
You can look through a window,
look through
and
a
then
window.
she's going to do Arcana.
I'm
Do a
going
circle
to
around.
roll for
Is there like a
Arcana.
garden?
12 plus a thing, possibly
what's-
5.
Okay, so if you want to circle around,
Like how big is the hut? Like
I would
Hut?
say it's like a 10 by 10.
so like a studio hut.
Yeah.
Studio hut.
Yeah.
Arcana.
Okay, so I circle it.
Yeah. Okay. So 17 on Arcana.
So 17, I'm going to pocket that.
Yeah, you
and
pocket
then
Looking through a
windows,
window, yeah, just-
they are completely smoky, and
Such
you just can't see anything through them at all. But you could do a perception check if you'd like, and maybe you can.
Now, is the window smoky because it's like tinted a smoky tint, or smoky as in the hut is full of smoke?
So I'm going to allow that perception check to dictate that. But it's a low perception check.
Sorry, I was looking
She
at
pokes herself in the eye.
That'll be my passive. It'd be 17 if it was my passive.
Okay, well, 17, 19, all of those are good enough.
I was gonna be watching from like the closest tree that I'm leaning against, watching everybody be creepers.
It's a little bit of a combination of both. One, it looks like it was intentionally kind of tinted
It's illegal in California.
to not let people in, but also it's a little bit of the grime from the swamp itself, so you could see a slight green hint. And then on the inside, there is some smoke kind of, what is that called? Like condensation? I don't know what it's called. But
Steam?
steam, but this, when it blocks it,
Condensation.
vapor?
whatever.
Like vapor?
Yes.
Someone's going hard on a vape.
Yeah.
There's humidity in there?
17 on Arcana.
That's correct.
Okay. It is locked magically, but it is a simple magical lock.
Cool.
Althea, was this something like Ganda did
I'm-
often? To lock her door?
I am almost
Well, you
certain
don't know
of
what
that,
kind of neighborhood
but
it is.
I don't know how to unlock stuff magically. I can certainly blast it down with magic missile, but that
Let's
would piss her
do
off.
a history check for you.
Okay, history check. Okay, let's roll the big
Or
metal
insight. One of those two.
One of 'em,
But
insight.
only you can make it.
Intelligence.
One. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, so let's find out. You said history or...
Insight.
Okay, history is plus 5,
Yeah.
and insight's plus 3. So 18 plus
23.
5 is 23.
23. Yeah, I can't keep anything
I
hidden
finally
from you.
remembers.
You know, you do recall one of the first spells that you were taught, and it's one of your favorites, and it's one of Ganda's kind of bread and butter spells. So you would only assume that it'd be one of those.
It's a spell that automatically spreads butter on bread.
Yeah.
And what is that spell called?
Prestidigitation.
Is it prestidigitation?
I don't know. Probably.
Mark's face.
Try.
Mark's like, give it to me.
I'm
Yes,
gonna,
that one.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
prestidigitize the door, I guess.
Okay. What would you like to do? Like,
I don't fucking know. You said I learned this spell.
You unlock it. It's a key.
Alright. I try to
Magically
pick the
pick the
lock.
lock.
I have a pick in my hand. I try to pick the lock with my
Don't just try and
prestidigitize-
open the door once. Just
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, with the prestidigitized lockpick.
It's magical.
Or a key. Can you make a key?
Something.
well, she could do a lot of things. So what would she like?
I legit can't read minds, so I feed me whatever the fuck. I rolled 23.
She rolled a 23, man.
she knocks again.
Just make up something.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
What means something to Ganda?
Yeah.
Smoke. She seems to like
I
it.
say,
Does she vape?
I say, help! I'm a little orphan
Clearly.
elf. Help
Full
me,
of-
Ganda, and I
Help me,
press
Ganda.
to
Help me,
digitize.
Ganda.
I press to digitize
the-
graffiti on her door.
Okay.
I don't know what you
there
want.
any-
That is
I
exactly.
am fucking
Are there
tired.
I know.
Are there
That's
any
just
animals in
Tagged
there?
her door.
All right. So you do that.
From the
and
inside.
as-
Let me in, damn it.
As you do that, both the graffiti and the little blue hue, the blue hue words, disappear at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have done anything. You could have done
She just had to
violet
use
smelling
she just had to use
lavender.
magic on the door.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
what?
And
Alright.
then boom,
Going
and
first?
then gone.
Go for it.
I know.
I'll behind you.
I'm gonna push open the door.
All right.
Hold my breath.
I'm gonna hold back here and see. Hopefully, you guys don't get hit by something.
That's fine. In case we all die, you
I
stay
get
there.
behind Althea's shield.
As you put,
Yeah.
as you push open the door, smoke kind of billows out of the
Take a deep breath.
out of the hut, and it first overwhelms you,
Not me.
I hold my breath.
Hanging up my tree.
I'm all
and
up in that.
then it sort of disperses,
Oh.
and you realize the hut is way bigger on the inside.
Heyo.
Yay!
Ayo.
It's a massive hut. It's about like I said, it was a 10 by 10 hut. On the inside, it's like 50 by 50.
Damn.
You should say,
Nice.
y'all are rude. You
Oh.
should have waited until she knows.
I say, nice use of the space.
Open floor plan. There is
Couple mirrors. Looks much bigger than it actually is.
there is a cauldron in the
Shows what
middle,
interior design can do.
and it's like it's got a big kind of what appears to be like a spoon of some kind, but it's massive. It might as well be called
ladle?
It's
An oar?
more like a shovel.
Shovel.
Yeah.
It's more like a shovel, and it's going around and around and around by itself. And
Nicer already.
the billowing smoke is billowing up through that stock that you see from the outside, and everything else is covered with spider webs and it's kind of old. And but you do notice that
When he's
there
done
is a
talking.
good amount of material components for spells. There is a bed,
Bow tie
and then
collection.
there's a hammock above the bed. There is a lot of furs that seem to be sort of kind of cured, and they're pinned to the walls. Some of them have paint on them, like an artist was playing with them. And there's a lot of other funny stuff that's all around you, curious things. There's hanging vines that are dried, and they have bones tied to them.
Hilarious.
There's bells tied to the ends of those vines. There's just curious things that if you look around, you might see something different every time.
I turn to Althea and I go, nice place you got here.
I know, right? Okay, so I jingle one of the bells. I'm like, Gonda, did you die cooking or what?
Next, the smoke sort of engulfs, and inside of the smoke is a old orc woman with white hair and a black cloak. You first see her face, and then you see the hair, and you see the cloak. She pulls, and she's all in the smoke. She's engulfed in the smoke. She pulls back the hood, and she goes, feisty child,
I go.
you've ruined me, you know.
Are they inside the hut? Have they gone inside? Like,
Yeah, no,
they're-
we're
She
in
said
it.
she's in.
I
Okay.
bow.
I'm in.
As soon as I see her.
I go to the door and I knock. May we come in? I don't want to be as rude as my companions.
All of a sudden,
you see the mask? Yeah, that doesn't mean.
We proved we're not vampires.
a strong force of wind pulls from behind you, and it
Awesome.
pushes you in
Ah!
as it pulls the door the opposite way. It's like a.
So,
Nice.
welcome. I
Nice.
bow.
She goes like that, and then a gust of wind pulls her head back, and she goes, "Don't insult me with your formalities."
Sorry, I was taught that way.
Anyway.
Do it again.
She says, "All the things you were taught were wrong."
Oh.
I would agree with that.
Daron's mind is blown.
Damn!
I go. I would agree with that.
Be nice to them, Gonda. I'm
Only-
alive because of them.
Only give formalities to those who earn them. You have no clue who I am, young lad.
But you took care of her, and I respect her.
And for that, I tell you, your respect is misgiven.
Oh.
Respect the one who has protected you, not the one who has taught the protector.
Makes sense. Valid point. I'm sorry.
Once again, formalities. Do not be sorry, for your indiscretions are not ill-placed.
Fun fact, that was Jose. I say sorry a lot. That wasn't really Daron.
All right, cool. So I thought I was gonna cry when I saw you. Turns out not at all.
Well, perhaps you should.
I mean, I would have liked to. I had a shitty week
Can I have a-
getting here.
Perception.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, Gonda, you sent me out in the world, right? Framed for regicide. Bad move.
21. Is she spectral or is she physical?
Perception?
Yeah, it's 21.
You don't see any physical part of her. Every time she's moving and things like that, it's the smoke sort of moving around her.
Goddamn smoke.
Also,
You should do
with
this
a
often.
21, you notice that the hammock has something in it.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Now,
You haven't noticed
what
it.
you-
No, I
You're
didn't-
talking.
I
You
didn't
haven't
notice.
noticed
I
it
don't
yet.
know.
How hard would
talking
that be
to-
to notice?
talking
The
to her.
hammock is like see-through.
No,
Yeah.
the
Not
smoke's
hammock.
covering
Well, but
everything.
this is sort of a
Can I-
It's just a
in way,
cloth
it's like
hammock.
a fur hammock.
Can I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go? Althea, Althea. Maybe you should. There's something over there.
And she says to you, because you said, "Oh, regicide."
Yeah.
She says, "Yes,
Or would be
I-
matricide.
my divination did predict something would happen, and I was forced to move you out into the world earlier than I wanted to, for the divination has spoken to me to do so. But unfortunately, old age has caught up with this old woman. You can only live a few hundred years, and orc bodies do not last as long as other bodies."
Yeah, so my bard friend is nervous. Is that your body in the hammock?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's her dead body, don't worry.
Ew.
Is there anything in the hammock with you, or we're cool here? Everything's cool.
Well, my securities for this swamp are now haywire. They are everywhere and out of my control.
Yeah, I was attacked by a cloud. That was really fun.
Yes. Oh, I love the mind clouds.
I fucking hate it.
Yes, the mind clouds. They make
How
it so
casual you are.
that when you walk
Check for
through them,
desecrated.
your brain
Desecration?
erases and your mind races, and soon you actually believe the things you're seeing. It's an honestly amazing invention that I came up with in the spur of the moment. Perhaps I was eating too many colorful mushrooms.
Been there before.
Anyways, I detect a desecrated or consecrated place. I don't trust witches. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, there's a dead body and a spirit, maybe, so.
Or maybe that's just what she wants us to think. Ooh, 16 plus my charisma of 6. So 22.
Okay, so there's two things that you should know. One is this area is very consecrated. It is a holy area.
Sure
It is
area.
a perfect
Hell yeah, dude.
area.
Nice.
It has not been tampered with. It is in order.
Nice.
But there is a heavy amount of consecration or desecration.
Uh-huh.
It seems to be
Chamber pot?
under under the hut and sort of beyond the hut. And it's a
Hands
heavy
are
amount.
clashing.
That's awesome. Okay, well, Gonda,
Something's trying to
I
get
kind of
out.
I kind of forgot to tell my friends, but I had some hallucinations whilst I was in a coma from an orc woman who was wonderful.
She had the shits.
And
Except for she did try
you
to
might have
kill
met
you.
her now because she's dead too. And
Wait,
you,
what?
You came to me in my coma and told me to come home. Beatrice,
She's dead?
you didn't know that?
No?
Well, fuck, man. We talked to her dead body. Oh, he wasn't there. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I hallucinated in my coma. You were all there. And also, Beatrice was murdered by the monks. And I put...
Wait, us?
No, the monks. Oh, the religious folk, not the monks.
Oh.
The religious, the Kingsmen. And
Why?
and I put, because they wanted to get to us. And then I put on the front of her house hotel that she was murdered by these royal people, and that's why everyone started rioting. And yeah, I know I'm dropping a lot on you right now. It's a lot to
Kicking that
drop on
knowledge.
you. I was just trying to talk to Gonda.
We probably should have told you this on the long ride over here.
The
but
3 days we
We
spent in
were-
the swamp.
We were really trying not to die. I'm surprised our horses are alive.
I think
One of them
ours
is
dead.
fucking mystical.
I'm gonna make my monk friend cry, Gonda. This sucks now.
Well, unfortunately, all your tears are misplaced. I did send divination magic into the world, and I'm sorry it came to you in the form of a hallucination. But I was summoning you back, for I knew my time was short, and I needed someone to take my mantle, so to speak. You see, I have one last request of you. And I know, I've not requested much. But this request is a great one. You see, these minor bits of pain and suffering that the world is experiencing is all tied to the acts of one godlike being and his actions against another godlike being. And the tears from the gods have been falling from the sky. Unfortunately, they do not bring with them good tidings. They hold the souls of the living within them, and they act as conduits to vast amounts of creation, preventing the dead from moving on. People in this world are using these items to create horrible, horrible things, but yet some points of beauty.
Darwin's doing a religion check because I think I know what she's talking about.
Gonda thinks you're hot.
Natural 20. I know what she's talking about, right? You don't even
For
have to say it.
religion?
I think I know what it is.
For
It's 23
religion?
total.
23 on religion.
Yeah.
Religion's not really helpful, but what you're seeing, what you're guessing, is that she's talking about it. I mean, realistically, there's only one God, so how could it be like godlike beings? So, but it's sort of like religion, insight. You're also sort of inclined to believe her
Same number with insight.
because there are books that you've maybe flipped through that mention these other gods that, they're
old
sort
gods?
of.
Can we just be like, Gonda, who are you talking about?
Well, I am talking about Daya. And Daya's light, it is flickering out. You see, one of the lesser gods continually attacks Daya in the other world. And every time Daya receives a mortal injury, one of her tears falls.
Oh shit.
And a group of souls falls back to the earth, preventing other souls from moving forward. You see, there's a gate, and it is slammed open. It is kept open by these otherworldly gods, and they're preventing the souls from moving into the other realm. And now, they're making the attempts to move through that gate and into your realm. While many of the things that you are doing are in the realm of humanity, there are things that are going beyond humanity that you must be very afraid of and prepare for a new type of religious war.
Are we sure this is Steam?
Religion is awful, Gonda. Okay. Well, what must I do?
Well,
Wait, religion's not awful.
Sometimes.
We're gonna
Okay,
agree to
sometimes.
disagree.
Okay, I agree
People
with that
in
one. It can be
religion
pretty
is-
awful sometimes.
What people
Valid
do
point.
with it can be awful. Anyway,
But
go on.
what people
What?
do with it can also be great.
what must you do? Well, you have to collect all of the black opals.
All
Son
of
of a
them?
bitch.
How many are there?
I
1,000.
could not find the exact number.
Ugh.
But these opals are being used by all types of manner of good men and evil men to do unknown things. They don't know what it is that they're doing. They're making abstractions of things, good and bad. Either way, you must collect them. And once you've collected enough, you may be able to create a portal, which will bring you to the other religious realm. And through there, you can recreate the arcane gate that I created a few millennia
You
ago.
created it?
You see,
Millennia.
I had a group just like you did. And now I must entrust you with my legacy. And for that, I am truly sorry. For you are not strong enough to take that legacy. But I believe
yet.
in your growth. I believe in your knowledge.
Let's get that removed.
Hope?
Great. You just broke my character.
It's okay. You see what I'm dealing with, Ganda?
She says, yes. I had a friend. He was joyful. He
Oh.
was full of joy.
That's not me.
Then did he die?
But he's capable of great destruction.
Unfortunately, he was the first of my friends to die.
Snip, snip.
I give
Now-
Audrin on the back, and I'm like, you hear that, man?
I go, I don't trust witches.
I don't know, she seems pretty
So all
wise-
your
wise.
so
Yeah,
all
Ganda's
of your
awesome.
friends are dead.
Oh no. I've been in many traveling parties before. In fact, I knew some of the people that seemed to sabotage you today. You see, the king, he hired me to be one of his loyal subjects.
Oh,
I
good.
agreed. Only because, well, one, I was bored. And two, I wanted to find out more about this new kingdom that was arriving. And so I needed to do a little bit of information gathering.
Did you ever meet his daughter?
No.
yeah, she's with us.
Yeah.
I did not.
Well, now you
There she
have.
is.
Here's Alice.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
There's Alice.
I mean,
Her
that's
name's
what we
Sala.
call her. Her name's
There's
Sala, but we call
Alice.
her Alice, and it was my
Ah.
fault, and I didn't want it to do that.
Yes. Huh. Curious. This is very much like my situation. You see, the prince at the time wanted
Oh,
to
There's a prince?
Her brother
learn more
died.
about his kingdom, so he traveled north and south
At the same time?
with my adventuring party, and I taught him much. He became a very wise man. I'm glad he married and made you. You seem to be very clever, like he was.
Was is the
Oh.
Thank
word.
you? How did you know he died? I know many things. You see, the divination tells me all. I just need to intake what is burning. And then I see much.
How many?
And then
did
she
you
just
win?
sits there like for a moment like
I love it. I'm gonna just check my pocket watch. Okay.
Conda, do you have any idea where you could find these black opals? I might know where one is. Well, I
I
do know
might.
where one is.
I might have a hunch where the other one is.
well, one is here.
Oh,
And
sure.
I've locked it in a very, very strong dungeon-esque situation.
Is it under this house?
What a coincidence.
It does happen to be under this, but in order for me to take you there, we must go outside.
Do I need to drag this cauldron with me?
No.
Good.
But just the corpse. You gotta drag the corpse.
Oh, should I take some of your corpse as some sort of to
Do you want a
honor you
burial?
thing? Yeah, what do you want?
Bury it. Throw you in the pot.
We can do all the burial rituals and stuff.
Physical bodies mean nothing to me,
Okay, then I'll leave you here.
but
anymore.
my spiritual body means a great deal to me. And unfortunately, I'm being tethered to this world, and I cannot move forward. If I could move forward, I would assist you and help in building the arcane gate. Unfortunately, I cannot, because these opals tether me to this world. As soon as I relinquish my smoke-like being here, I become a part of the opal.
I'll help you take care of that smoke. And you'll always be with us.
You sure would, funny man.
Ah.
You sure will.
Should we bring, when we get all the opals, should we bring them all back here to you?
No.
Okay. Fuck it then.
You have to
They'll come
find
to
a
us.
way to harmonize them together.
Okay.
There's a tone that brings them all together.
Must become
Great. A
lover
bunch
cub
of
quartet.
stones and a book now.
Where'd that book at? You don't know.
I was researching many things, and unfortunately, that was the one
know.
thing I could not find.
I might know someone who knows. Maybe.
Hence, I sent you off into the world. And after this, once you've obtained the opal, you must seek refuge further south and leave this island,
Okay.
and only to return very, very later than now.
I'm super
Once
fine
you're
with
like
that.
what level? Well, I know one stone that we're probably gonna have to get last.
Say, what
Because
stones are
we're
you
going
guys
away
talking
from it.
about?
Oh snap.
I know
It's a long
lots
story.
of these stones.
So I actually met
Well, we
the
got
stone in
time.
my coma. I named him Stony. He was pretty cool.
Yes,
name.
I
I
gave
know.
you that image so you would intake it and have an image positively of this opal. I just did it because I thought it was kind of funny.
It was.
I mean, I wish he could turn into a little tiny dragon now. I'm sad that he won't. I'm sad he's just gonna be a lame stone.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are pretty lame.
Sorry, the powerful stone of existence is lame.
It's super lame. It's tethering her here, and Daya's dying or something.
And she goes and she turns behind her, and she indicates behind her, and what looks to be a wall turns into a door. Like the arcane kind of lining kind of pops up. There's a large fur that was stretched out that kind of burns away in sort of an arcane kind of flame way, and then it becomes a door, and that door sort of opens, and then when it opens, it disappears in blue, and it was a wall. It was like an opening the entire time.
That's where we'll find the first one.
And she says, "Why, yes. You'll find the first one in the center of my garden."
Ooh.
Can I mention something, Ganda?
I say, Althea, did you know this was here the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she just didn't know the second.
I knew it was capable of being there.
Our funny man.
Many things are
Underground
capable.
dungeon.
Our funny man has a connection with the vine over there, and he said that under your hut here, there's some desecrated stuff.
I
Yes.
think someone's
you know
been
of
peeing
that?
in the center of your garden.
Yes, unfortunately, I couldn't hold back the desecration for long because that opal carries with it a sense of desecration, a sense of evil, a sense of not current
Right.
worldliness.
Words are hard.
Otherworldliness mayhaps.
Ungood stuff.
If you
But if
hold
it's
the-
from if it's from Daya herself, there must be some good in it.
yes, but
Born of
not.
pain, maybe.
it is full of her
Who's to say
pain
when-
and suffering.
So it might be deep in there, but you know, it was it might be in
You
there.
gotta dig in that garden.
Cool.
Dig it.
Sweet. So you're not gonna come with us when we go down there?
I cannot.
Okay. You want to tell us
Could we
anything
go?
else?
Well, many of the mysteries in there have been locked for a few hundreds of years. I kind of forget what I put in there.
Thanks.
In your garden.
Show. All right.
This guy over here. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Drew.
All
You're
right.
the
So
best.
red.
Well, show.
You are turning beet red like a tomato.
It's a method acting.
Like a tomato.
Method acting.
Like a tomato.
Shall we onward then?
Yeah. Carry on, my wayward son.
All right. Cool. I was asking Gonda though. Like,
Okay.
is it time for us to go down there and do that?
Well, yes, I guess that's a choice you can make, yes.
Is that what we want to do, folks? Anyone need to do anything?
I say, I don't trust witches, but I'll
I know.
follow you guys down.
Cool.
I take my shield back.
Please take it. Oh yeah, take this helmet
my
off my
helmet.
head. Yeah.
I'm gonna give
And I
Gonda
tie
a
my shoes
stare.
back up.
I'm gonna give Gonda a stare of like. She looked at me weird.
She stares back and she goes,
Before we go, is there anything in this hut that might be helpful to us that you would not mind us taking with us?
material things mean
Evolving.
nothing to me.
Cool. I just start taking anything that seems valuable.
Okay.
Cool.
Nothing. It's a
there's,
hut.
there's jars that are friggin' smoky and old,
I
and
take the smokiest jar.
it seems to be full of eyeballs.
There you go.
Nice.
Smoky eyeball.
Yeah, it's
That's
fucking
macabre.
kick-ass.
Now, is it just eyeballs, or are the eyeballs like doing that thing where they're all looking? And I'm like,
Sure, I like that.
I'm
Leave
taking
that. What are you talking about? Take that.
Taking that, definitely. Eyeball jar.
All right, cool.
Jar
I guess we
of
want to do
garden.
that. Well, before we do that, I'll say I want to ask Gonda, like, hey, pretty sure I want a dwarven husband. Let's work on that. All right.
Oh.
All right, I'm out. Love you.
All right.
Speaking of dwarven,
I love me too. Bye.
Gonda, you might be able
Shut
to
up,
answer.
Gonda.
You might be able to
Just
answer
go.
something. I've been asking a few dwarves around here that they don't seem to be able to answer me. Do you know whatever happened to the city of the Forges?
Yes, I do.
What did happen?
Oh yeah, we went there.
A couple hundred years ago, there was an accident.
Was like a fiend involved?
I did not see what actually happened, but I do know that their bodies, the bodies of the slain that were recovered, were brought to my garden.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave them a nice tomb. I did have to transport some of the ancient dead to the tomb because, unfortunately, the old tombs were burning down to the ground with the lava and the issues.
The lava.
Yeah, the Forges was
Much
like on
of
top
the
a volcano.
lava. It's curious that you're asking me about that.
Something I heard from a song from a drunk dwarf.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Good guy.
Some things are very curious, aren't they?
Yeah. They're
You
nice song.
seem to be very curious too.
It's not the first time I hear that.
Okay.
It's the robes.
All right.
Not many people wear green.
I don't think you are quite hearing me.
And I don't think you're quite understanding me.
Understanding will take a while.
Well,
Man.
I hear you.
It's like I'm 60 again.
Yes.
We're just having this moment of like saying with not saying.
Tarry forth, you crazy
Anything
kids.
else?
You.
Anything else valuable besides this jar of eyeballs, which I already love?
I mean, there is a butt ton of jars. Like I would say,
Take so many jars.
more than 24 jars. The thing is there. So
Okay,
there's
24
material components
plus.
in them, but they don't look like traditional material components. Like you'd say mistletoe or
Eyeballs.
bat guano or whatever. But like instead of being bat guano, it's like
Infused bat guano.
it's like literally a jar of like
Potato chips.
rotten potatoes and like there's just weird
Well, I
stuff.
turned out there. I go, is there anything here that you use? I mean, now's the time to stock up. Any valuable stuff that you know of? Like you knew of the dungeon. There must be some nooks and crannies.
Perception
I'm
check,
cool.
any of that?
Magic weapons or items. Did she have she said she had a special mantle for you. Probably find that mantle.
I keep forgetting I have a herbalist kit.
12.
Oh shit!
plus.
Natural 20. What the fuck should it be in?
Look
Perception
for-
or whatever.
I don't know what I want
Look
it
for
to be
anything I
in.
can use
So
to make health
15.
potions.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I can do
Uh-huh.
Arcana or
Or
History. Or
You're looking at these jars and all the other shit in the area. So you want to look around, give me like a perception and investigation, something like that.
I can do 23 Insight or like 25 History or
I'll help
25
her look for, because I
Arcana.
have a herbalism kit. I forgot that I have that.
Sure.
So I'm gonna help her look for anything that's
I
like
don't know.
health potion.
Anything I need to know or find or
Materials.
something. Whatever.
Okay.
I
Do
don't-
you have like any
I don't
old
care
stuffed
what we do.
animals here that you left behind? Want to pick up?
Nah, she's big on the lack of material stuff, and I'm fine with that too.
So there is actually one jar that like looks to be pretty nice with a 20 whatever.
3 or 5.
And yeah, I'll say even a 23. It is a it's a seems to be like a silver-ish potion. But as opposed to being like more liquidous, like viscous, it's actually very thick. And if you'd like to look into it, you can.
I'll do a
I sure
Taste
do.
it. Taste it.
what is it? Medicine check or
Drink
something?
it.
Medicine will work,
Sorry. about
or
that.
nature
Natural
will work.
Fucking one.
Ah, no, it's fine.
Nature will
I,
work. Anything like that.
No, 6 plus.
Arcana. Somebody give me something.
All right, I'll give you something. All right, fine.
Oh, there we go. I got a 17.
That's not a great
17
one.
plus
What is
20.
that? 13?
Plus-
12?
So I got 17 plus 3.
What are you plussing 3 for?
Let's do.
Intelligence or?
How about +1 for investigation? I'm like,
Investigation will work.
I got 12 on Arcana, but also Gonda. What's the silver one?
So 18.
He says, that is liquid silver.
Bitchin'.
Oh, we can silver weapons.
Yes.
I know how to do that.
You can also
Just
pour
dip
it
it.
down someone's throat and it'll kill them instantly.
Unless
That's
it's a silver
awesome.
dragon.
Yeah, does this have
person.
anything to do with my dragon awesomeness?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna take the jar of liquid silver.
Well, I'm not gonna
Wouldn't
drink
you
it.
like to know? I'm not your mama.
Ooh, the truth comes out. I thought you guys were sisters.
Funny one. Yes.
That's my charisma talking.
You seem to be very quiet, horny lady.
Damn, just call her out horny.
She's a tiefling, and she's cool.
She's been tuning her bandolore the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, she's really good at
All right.
bard
Damn it.
stuff.
Yes, please go into my garden.
All right.
That's why I've been quiet, because it's just, never.
It's not supposed to be a euphemism.
Exactly.
It's
not
Go
supposed
with the
to
fucking
be a euphemism.
game.
Anyway.
It wasn't intended on being a euphemism.
Everything's you.
Anyway, is it?
Like Shakespeare.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not even
What?
gonna ask.
Yeah.
No, we ruined it. I'm not gonna.
We
ask.
ruined it.
Yeah. Just cause. Is it gonna be all necrotic and fucked up because of Stony?
Yeah.
No.
No, maybe.
You don't know that, Gonda.
She has no idea.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Goodbye.
So
Team out.
when you go onto the garden is pretty much like the vegetation is dried up. It looks like it hasn't been taken care of in like, I don't know,
She hasn't
Like
been
2
tending my garden. Is what
a
you're saying?
year,
Jesus fucking Christ.
maybe.
Shut up, man.
And it just doesn't
go
look
back
that
to your-
good. But
Is some of the
Ew.
fungus glowing?
oh yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. There's just like you could tell that over the like heat, moisture, water. There's like different colored moss and everything like that. Whereas the swamp itself, everything's just like brown and green. Everything is like different colors and things like that. Like I don't know.
It was pretty when it was well kept.
yeah.
And colorful.
So
Not
there's
so
like
much
red
now.
moss and just weird smells, and some of them smell great, some of them smell horrible. Right in the middle is a sort of like a stone kind of.
Well,
It's supposed to be a well, but it's kind of covered.
just a hole now. Is it like a wood covering?
It's actually not wood; it's stone.
Oh shit.
Heavy
Does it look like it
stone?
slides off or something?
What strength check?
I'll help him. Go for it. I'll help you.
Well, I take a look at it first to see if there's any.
Althea's been here a lot,
Yeah, we should
right?
check for
'Cause
traps.
it was part
Yeah.
of our training.
Let's
Okay.
do that. That's smart. Check for
Ooh,
traps.
What was that? I probably don't find it.
I help
All
you.
right, let me
Ooh,
see
there we
here.
go.
You've
So,
seen this one
9 plus.
before, but
Yeah.
to you it was innocuous, like kind of like a rock that you could sit on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got 13. So if we do like history, that'll be 18.
Okay.
Or Arcana is
It's a
18.
trap.
Let's do Arcana,
Okay.
and then what'd you get?
Like a 9 plus 3, like 12.
Whatever. So it does look heavy. It does look very heavy, but with 2 people kind of pushing it, you should be able to. It should be able to slide right off. It's not like secure on there.
I'll take repent. It's a magical weapon, so
Yep.
it shouldn't break. And I'm gonna try and help him by leveraging it.
All right. So just give me a strength
I'll
check
just help you.
with advantage.
Okay.
You're the strong one.
Ow! Ow!
What'd you
Ow.
get?
I think I bet
Just
my
give me a
finger.
number.
Like it was a 3 plus.
No, he's not getting the good
You're the
angle.
strong one.
You want to try it again?
I'll try it, but I have literally 0 plus.
Okay, this time I help
Has
Delma.
Althea not used her Arcana to tell them anything?
Arcana.
Holy shit, 11.
So you can use a magical weapon to pry this, but there's a magical lock that you can easily unlock.
What with my prestidigitize tagging?
I don't know.
Do it.
If you want to do that, maybe.
I prestidigitize my tagging.
It then turns
Althea.
Yeah.
the stone just basically just kind of burns away the same way that door did,
Well, shit.
and then it's gone. Now what you see is a stone ladder. So like it's built into the wall and it kind of goes down, and it's dark. Anybody who has dark vision
Oh.
can see.
Well, I'm gonna light a
Not-
torch.
But
Most of us,
I take the
really.
jar of
Yeah.
eyeballs.
Shit.
No, these two
and
don't
I
have
hold it
dark
out in
vision.
front of me.
I don't have dark. That's why I'm
Alright.
lighting a torch and I'm
Jar,
throwing it down.
Eyeballs.
Then half of us.
The eyeballs like look around and then they both look at you.
And do they kind of give me one of those like,
They do the rolling.
Ah,
Yeah, I throw the torch. I want to see how far down it goes.
15 feet, 20.
Oh,
jump.
that's not too
Yeah.
bad. We got 50 feet of hempen rope.
I don't need it. I jump.
But there's like a stone kind of climb down thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
slowly climb down.
the princess should probably climb onto someone's back. She can't see for shit.
We want to leave her with Ganda?
I
Hmm.
wouldn't. Joe probably wouldn't be safe. She's left in an unguarded hut.
You think
Yeah.
she's safer
Well,
with us?
we broke her spell to protect the hut.
Okay.
Valid
Unless
point.
they're gonna put it back
All right,
on.
come with us.
Can we put it back on?
I don't know. Ganda's ghost is protecting it. She can still do shit, so I imagine she'd put it back up.
We didn't ask.
Because
Says,
she
well,
pulled us into her house and
Maybe
shut the
I'll
door.
just follow you all, and then if
What's her
you-
level right now?
2?
2.
Maybe I'll just follow you all and
Just stay back.
We need a bag of
just
holding and
maybe
just throw her in
stay
there.
in an entrance way and tell
Yeah.
you if I see anything.
Okay, yeah,
'Cause
you
we're
do
in double
that.
trouble
Yeah.
if we show up with the dead princess.
Well, yeah.
We won't show up with that.
Okay. Let's just say everybody kind of climbs down. I'm not going to make it like too difficult to climb down. But you jump down first, right,
Yeah.
Delron?
Yep.
Okay, Delron. This is what you see when you come down. You see it looks to be just a long hallway, maybe about 50 feet long, of what looks to be dwarven mummies. So some of them are in sort of coffins, some of them aren't. They're stacked up like 5 high, and you could totally see that they are not. They must have been like moved or something like that, because they are in like this place is nicer than the way they look, if that makes any sense. Just a cursory glance, these guys are like decrepit, and then the stone looks a little nicer for the wear, but it's still like covered in like cobwebs and dust, and this hasn't been looked at in 100 years or
All right,
least.
come down.
No footprints or anything.
None.
I'm gonna leave the torch here just to mark this area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open my little lantern or whatever, hooded
Yeah.
lantern, and I'm gonna take cover bed because fuck.
Do we have a tile to show where we are right now?
There's no combat
just a
here, so
hallway.
everything is.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
At the end of the hallway, there is a statue, and it looks like a smaller version of what you guys saw at the end of your first adventure.
Well, I rolled a 16 in Arcana, so what do I know?
You see a magical lock at the end of the hall.
And not at this statue we're in, or no?
Not yet. Well, at the end of the hall, in that
Is the
statue there.
Okay, I thought we walked to the end of the hall. So I go to the end of the hall, I
Yeah.
do the tag, and
I'll go
All right.
there.
You do the little tag. There's what seems to be 2 buttons that kind of like come in through the sides and sort of compresses. And it slides back and it slides over. And as you see in front of you, it kind of goes down some more stairs there. It's like maybe it sort of like goes down, kind of spirals, and then when you come out, you're in a very musty and muggy, and there's vines everywhere. It is maybe 100 by 100 foot kind of circular room. There's 4 large stone doors that are like double the size of a human man, and they have these massive carvings in them depicting 4 people in different ways with words above them in different languages. And in the center, there is a pyramid. And it's a tiny pyramid that seems to be very, very familiar to you.
okay.
That is the pyramid that you saw with the opal on top. And that, without the opal, there's no opal there right now. That is actually where we're going to end it right now. We'll see you guys next week for more fun in Vicious Mockery.